Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our SEUNGWOO career mode series here. Like I said, we will be alternating between this and the A-Bar career mode. So if you guys did miss the return of the A-Bar career mode series, make sure you go back onto the channel and check that out. We uploaded that yesterday. But coming in, returning back to our player career mode here, obviously still playing Manchester City, trying to dominate the league any way we can. We are sitting in third place right now. I forgot to show you guys not the leaderboard, the table for this season, like I did say that I would. So I think I may end up putting it in this episode kind of somewhere within the video. But as of right now, we are sitting in third behind, I want to say it's Arsenal and Liverpool is top of the league. Obviously, it's just the start of the season, so anything can happen. This game against Crystal Palace, obviously you're not seeing many highlights because there really wasn't much going on in this game, and I feel like I've been saying that a lot recently. Things are definitely going to be changing, I can tell you that for sure, but we are still kind of struggling to figure out what we need to be doing as a team to really get the full potential of the squad. Obviously, I'm still trying to figure out where I need to position so that Cristiano Ronaldo and my right mid, who depending on who's playing, whether it's De Bruyne or the youngster, the 60-something rated youngster that we have, to make sure that they're doing overlapping runs, because there's a lot of times they're not doing it because they are just a right mid. But here in the 49th minute, coming right out into the second half, we managed to actually grab the go-ahead goal. Like I said, this is kind of the build-up play that I wanted. The pass wasn't ideal from Kevin De Bruyne, but it managed to bounce off of the defender nicely right into my path, and we were able to work that into the box and grab our 5th goal of the season. So we do need to start scoring a good bit in the next few episodes to make sure that we get back on track for the 20 some odd goals that we want to set out to score this season. Obviously last season with Barcelona, we were not able to match any of our goals, so we definitely want to make sure that we're focusing a little bit more on that, just kind of as a personal achievement more than anything. But we definitely want to make sure that we're amongst the top scorers in the BPL, not just for personal stats but also for the better of the squad. One thing I have noticed, and I'm sure many of you guys have noticed as well, when you do player career modes, your team always seems to be the best at defense. Obviously you have a legendary defense playing behind you, but just kind of the way that the computer plays, you know how to defend regardless of where you are on the pitch, right? So obviously at the start of this season so far, we are the best defensive team in the league. I want to say there is us with 7 goals conceded at this point, and a few other teams. I think Arsenal has conceded 9 or 8 or 9. So it's a pretty tight race for the least conceding in the league so far. But I think we're definitely a team that can maintain that kind of record throughout the season, like we did with Barcelona. We do have a strong enough defense to do so long as we actually play a little bit of a stronger squad, which kind of has been a little bit of our hindrance here in Manchester City, kind of like the same problem we had in Barcelona. So the stronger teams that we play, the more that we take the league seriously, the better off we're going to be. I decided to leave little highlights in the end of this game just to kind of show you guys. I don't really leave those in too often, but I figured there were maybe a few highlights that I did forget to throw in there while editing, so I figured I'd throw that in there just to show whatever I ended up missing throughout the game. So if you guys do enjoy me leaving those little final highlights for the game at the end of each game, let me know, and I'm more than happy to kind of leave that in there. But going into the next game, the Celtic match was actually a few days after our previous Crystal Palace game, so obviously I was not able to play, but I had the confidence in this squad to actually go forth and actually win the game. So we let them score early on and conceded an early goal, but then we managed to come back and win the game 3-1, so putting us in a pretty decent spot in the group stages, but nothing where I'm really truly comfortable about how the league is going, or not how the league is going, but how the Champions League group stages are going. So hopefully we can string together some wins. We do have Bayern Munich in the next episode, so make sure you guys do stay tuned with the series for that to see how we end up doing, because I think that might be the last game of the group stages, and then we figure out our seeding for the Champions League if we actually make it that far. Because like I said, we're pretty close with Athletic Bilbao in the sense of getting into the Champions League. knockout stages. But here, early on into the game against Aston Villa in the 5th minute, going into the 6th minute, within 6 minutes, I guess you could say, we actually managed to grab the go-ahead goal, just working our way into the box, a little bit of footwork, making sure that none of the defenders could touch us, really starting to show a little bit more of that Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi-esque ball running skill that we are capable of, and just making defenders look silly, really. And here in the 32nd minute, again, just kind of playing around with the ball, just trying to make sure that this defender couldn't really touch me, doing a little bit of bumper action here, just kind of messing around. I knew nothing I was doing was really that effective until the defender actually dove out right there, and it gave me the opportunity to actually knock that in for the cross into Fernando, and he's actually able to grab the goal there for us. I believe it's Fernando. It might be Fernandinho. I actually don't remember which one ended up scoring this goal, but you guys will see the name here in a second. But just a beautiful cross and a beautiful header by him as well. Fernandinho, I am sorry, he was actually the one who ended up scoring that goal. So within 34 minutes, we are actually able to get a 2-0 lead in this game, making it look really comfortable for us. But we definitely wanted more goals because, like I said, the more goals that we can score, the better off we're going to be in the long run of trying to get the 20-goal mark that we're aiming for this season. We also want to be working on our assist a little bit more, so that was good that we were able to get that Fernandinho assist. But again, working our way in from the wing side of the pitch, we are actually able to grab another goal near post, smashing that into the absolute upper 90, keeping it as far away from the keeper as possible, obviously as far as you can keep it away from going near post. But just another beautiful goal and giving us a 3-0 lead within 37 minutes. So the team's playing incredibly well. Like I said, I knew we weren't going to have to wait much longer for goals. This is a team very capable of getting goals, and they need to get Cristiano Ronaldo more involved, because I think at this point he may have actually gone 6 games without a goal, which is crazy. And sadly, the same thing actually happened in Barcelona with Lionel Messi, partially because they are coming to the end of their career, partially because of the positioning that the managers are putting them in. Putting Cristiano Ronaldo as a left mid is definitely always going to be weird nonetheless. At halftime, I decided to go ahead and take myself off just to give myself a little bit of rest, and there was no need to stay in a game where we were leading 3-0. So Kelechi Iheanacho actually ends up coming onto the pitch to get a little bit of game time for the second half, and we actually managed to win that game 6-0. I didn't show that result, but we did win that game 6-0. So they managed to score 3 more goals in the second half, which is everything that you want to see from a team, and means that we're shooting at all cylinders. Cristiano Ronaldo, 32 years old, still wearing that number 9 because I can't really change it, and Raheem Sterling's wearing number 7, but it is what it is. Cristiano Ronaldo in the squad nonetheless is an incredible addition. So in this game against Watford, we were looking for a little bit more success that we had in that Aston Villa game. Wanted to push forward, get more goals, keep our clean sheets, do everything we could to make sure that we're winning games, working our way back up into the top of the league, because that's just where we need to be at. It's where you would imagine a team like this, especially a Manchester City team like this, being in the league and not necessarily having Arsenal and Liverpool above them. So here in the 4th minute, actually going into the 5th minute rather, we are able to grab the opening goal again really early on. I've just noticed that it's really easy to take advantage of a little bit of a lackadaisical defense early on in the games, and it gives me a really good opportunity to actually go ahead and grab the opening goal really early on. And I've noticed if I don't get that goal, the defense sets in a little bit more, and it's really more difficult for me to grab another goal after that. But ending out the first half, not much else really went on in this game. We had a couple more opportunities here and there, but nothing that was really vital or really a big enough chance to actually put in the highlights of this. Watford had an opportunity, but it really wasn't ever going to come into anything. And we had a couple opportunities where I had a run on goal, but I ended up messing up a skill move or taking one too many steps, and ended up not getting an opportunity to shoot that on to goal. So going into the second half, I wanted to play a little bit longer because I did want to get my goal tally up a little bit more, and I figured the team was going to wear down a little bit and I was going to get another opportunity to score, and I wanted to see and test my theory of early on into the halves that I could actually manage to grab another early goal here. So just starting off the first half, which I may actually start adding a little bit more into the episodes about the beginning of games, because obviously a lot of stuff does happen. Kind of similar to the Aston Villa edge of edge of the pitch run that I do, just kind of trying to fake out defenders and work my way through any way I can. I pass that ball into my midfielder, and he puts the ball beautifully in front of me. Again, me and Fernandinho hooking it up, making sure that we're supplying each other, getting the goals we need, and just a beautiful through ball that I was actually somehow able to wrap my foot around and put that into the left side of the net. So another near post goal. They have been very nice to me recently, as you guys know, but that is 2 goals for me in this game. We have one more, or they have one more opportunity here, and this is kind of when I knew I needed to come off the pitch, because before this had happened a couple other times. Nothing that serious, but I knew they were getting way too many opportunities, and I did not want to see us squander this lead. If it was going to be squandered, it was not going to be with me on the pitch. So I went ahead and got myself out of this game in the 54th minute and let Boney come in, but that is where this episode is going to come to a close. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and until the next one, I'll see you guys later.